You know, I have never really figured out who let the dogs out. They keep on asking the question, but they never provide us the answer of who. Anyway, welcome to Virtual English for the second day of this week, the second day of the Success Project Unit project. Let me share my screen for you real fast. There we go. So yesterday we kind of just talked about the project itself. We're going to kind of review what the project is. Sorry for my squeaky chair. I've been looking to get a new chair, but you know how things are. Let me get this loaded. There we go. So the Success Unit final project. For the past couple of weeks, we have been interacting with many different approaches to becoming successful. We've interacted with the thoughts of Sherman Alexie, Malcolm X, Malcolm Gladwell, Michael Lewis, and Carol Dweck, all of whom had differing yet similar ways of achieving this elusive thing we call success. Now, you must do one of the following, detailing me your plan on achieving success in this thing called life. You can present a speech, write an essay, make a poster, create a video, or create an infographic. You'll need to provide at least 3 reasons and 3 pieces of text evidence to support your plan. There's no length requirement on any of these. You just need to make sure that you provide the required information within the standard conventions of your chosen medium. So basically, you just need to continue to work on this. Here's how I'm scoring it again. Once again, exceeded 10 points, met's 7.5, approaching's 5, and not met's worth 2. Plan development, I'm looking at reasons, evidence, and reasons, text evidence, and explanation. You provide a reason along with text evidence and an explanation of how the text evidence is relevant. You need to do that 3 times throughout your project. And then the conventions, your project shows a strong command of the conventions of the medium. So those are the things I'm looking for with this particular project. Yesterday, I told you to start pre-writing. I would recommend you continue to pre-write. I would to help you out a little bit, or not to continue to pre-write, I'd move from pre-writing to drafting. Some people in class were still stuck on pre-writing, so I kind of helped them out a little bit. So let's say you were doing a 4-square, like so. I'll exit out of this real fast. Doing a 4-square like so. All right, here in the center, sorry about my nasty zit, you would put success. See, voila, success. Then you'd have the reasons and text evidence. For this step, your reasons could just simply be the things that we read. So had you read the Secret to Raising Smart Kids. So that could be one of your reasons. I had you read the Sherman Alexie and Malcolm X pieces. Those could be 2 things. And then I had you read the Don't Eat Fortune's Cookie, or you could do the other one you did 200 words over, which was the last one, which was the second to last one, the penultimate one, Marita's Bargain. So in your 4-square, if you were to do a 4-square, you would have each of these, and then you go back to your 200-word things, and you would just kind of pull out the stuff that you talked about that dealt with success with the Secrets of Raising Smart Kids, Sherman Alexie, and Marita's Bargain. Try to find a pattern within there that could be the greater overall thing that you are leading to with success. All right, so I would recommend doing that. If you didn't do that for pre-writing, you do need to do pre-writing. Gather your thoughts. It makes doing this so much easier. You aren't just wondering, trying to figure out what to write about if you've gathered your thoughts first. Most professional authors have kind of an outline, have kind of an idea of where they're going before they even start. Those stupid podcasts that me and Mr. Norman do, it might sound like we have no plan. We actually kind of sit before the things start and say, all right, we're going to talk about this, and this. That way we're kind of going down our list as we are putting it together and as we are producing it. All right, so you need to make sure you have that together. I would recommend if you are, once you do start drafting, because I do need you to start moving towards drafting today, I would recommend that you don't start with your introduction. Unless you're good at writing introductions, but if you find yourself in writer's block, having no idea where to go, write your introduction last and write your body first. Because once you have an idea of where your essay is going, it will make it a lot easier for you to write it. So start off with the body, and then move to your introduction, because you need to know what your essay is before you introduce it. If you are on your introduction, some people struggle with the introduction, so I'm going to give you some advice that you can possibly go with. Most writing that you're going to do, you're exploring an idea. You can shrink that idea down to a single word. And our word, of course, would be success. You can shrink this down to success. I would start off just talking about what success is in general to you. What do you consider success? Success is something subjective. And so what you consider success is different from what someone else would consider success. So you just need to make sure that you elaborate. Here's my view of success. Success to some people is this, some success to me is this. Starting it off some way like that could be an easy way to kind of get you going and kind of help establish the perimeters that you're going to be exploring this idea through. You could also start off with an example of someone else who is successful, and think of another example of someone who is successful and kind of like talk about them and what makes them such a success. And that would be another excellent way to start this off. So those are a couple of things to keep in mind when you're starting off. The best advice I can give you is hold off and write your body first, then write your introduction. It's a lot easier to write an introduction once you know what you're writing about, okay? So that's the advice I give you for that. I covered the assignment. I covered how to do the introduction. And yeah, tomorrow I'll be back and we'll talk about how to revise and edit. We'll be talking about peer review with that. And yeah, this is due on Monday, so you still have time to work on it, but work on it as best as you can and make sure it's the best possible thing that you're putting out for your audience to read. I will see you all tomorrow.